Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Near Disney. It's the Wednesday show where us panel of local real estate experts and Disney enthusiasts get together to have a chat that you're invited to listen in on and participate in about the real estate market in Central Florida, what's happening with the Disney parks, and all the things going on within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. That's right, Near Disney. It's written in the fireworks and it's in neon above my head as well. The joy sign is heavily favoring the Y. Don't let that fixate too much. I think it was one of those things where the Y was a little low on juice, so put the battery in that, and then now that's on fire, and the others need a new battery, but I was too lazy to do that. So
Yeah.
Anyway, just having a little fun. Feel free to say hi as we're all going to introduce ourselves here. Let us know who you are. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're going to be seeing fireworks on the 4th of July. There's a whole bunch of places. We're going to cover that at the end of the show, just in case you haven't set your plans yet. If you're kind of like me and you just take like life day to day. But I'm Elijah with Florida in Motion Realty. You call me the Prince of Real Estate here on Near Disney. And in the square beside me,
and I am Sue Kopiev, also with Florida in Motion Realty. They call me Aurora on here. And living life day to day is a lot easier in Florida than a lot of other places. So, and in the square below me.
Hey, everyone. I'm Virginia Carlson with Florida in Motion Realty and Near Disney. And we're so happy that you have joined us on our Wednesday show.
Awesome. Well, we'll just throw it over to our first article of coverage here. It will be Disney themed. So yeah, just this past week, that new attraction at Disney Springs that's just minutes away from Celebration, Florida, where we live and work, is Level 99, the adult gaming venue. So as of so as of June 29th, this was available to people. Definitely let us know if you had the chance to check this out. It's all, colorful lights, fun theme inside. Thought I had my scrolling going, but yeah, this is
there. It is.
Yeah, cool drinks and cool like challenges, like similar to, oh my gosh, these pop-ups. I don't think I can get out of this one. Escape rooms are kind of like more digital. This is like a little bit more physical. Like if you were like what grew up on Nickelodeon, you'd watch those like Slime Time Live things, or you watch those like Double Dare 2000 like gaming shows. That dates me. There's probably some extremely modern example that I could have said that would have been the same, but I just wouldn't know to think of.
No, it's okay. I watched Double Dare.
Absolutely. So
it's all relative.
It looks all fun inside. Cool physical activity to do as a group. Basically, the west side of Disney Springs, next to the Cirque du Soleil and House of Blues, Splitsville, like that side of things. When you don't feel like bowling, you want to do something a little more hands-on. Basically, it was formerly the NBA experience before that, left shortly after, only 2 years after it started in 2019. It was just bad timing for that, seeming as, I guess, the pandemic took a toll with experiences like this. But yeah, it was Disney Quest before that. Large playground style atmosphere geared towards adults and teens for a variety of life-size mini games and puzzles, as well as the restaurant and the bar. So there's already been 4 of these, but Disney's always, got to be one of the biggest and best. If take what people love about video games, the exploration, discovery, challenge, progression, and take that off the screen and into real life. So that's a cool way to interpret it. There's always like those shows where they like somehow like Tron or whatever, the characters like Jeff Bridges will get like sucked into the video game and he's got to like live it out. Like that. I guess that's kind of what you can say is analogous to that. And still, get something fun to eat. So let us know if you've tried this out yet, if you've had this fun since it just opened, or if it's something that you want to check out. So they are like kind of emphasizing, even in like the marketing images, a little unusual for Disney. They're just like really gearing it toward adults and young adults and cool older people hanging out. Whereas, some people are like, are kids even allowed in there? Saying, and I guess like yes, 10 and under or 10 years old can be in there if they're accompanied by an adult, and then like 11 to 15 can be in there without someone hovering over them. But they said it says like the policy is they got to have someone in the vicinity who's accountable for them. So it's not like just this daycare where people can drop off their kids and let them run wild and crazy. A little bit more like game time, that facility at like Margaritaville, like, so it can be like the adults just say, we're going to enjoy. Remember, this was Pleasure Island, and now kids can just stay here, little irresponsible maybe, but in a place like Disney, but hey, that's cool. And then, but yeah, these guys, that's who they really want to get the business up with that. But throwing things over to the real estate side of things, Sue, you had this article update on like the budget kind of got confirmed for how Florida was going to allocate for like real estate aid programs.
Yes, it did. The new budget took effect today, July 1st, obviously 2026. And the funding for a couple of programs that we have highlighted, there were quite a few things that got funded, but obviously there were a couple having to do with housing that we have talked about these programs in the past. So this year, the Hometown Heroes housing program has been allocated $50 million. This is the popular first-time home buyer program, gives eligible first responders and other essential workers access to zero interest loans to help them with down payment and cost assistance. So, I mean, the more we can do for our veterans, I think what goes around comes around, and, we bless our veterans and thank them for everything they've, given up for us so that we can have freedom. And, it comes around. It blesses our state, blesses the people in it. And the other one that I wanted to touch on is, where did it go? I had it right here. It was so sorry, it moved. Of course it did. This would be the SHIP program. And that is it's a state-funded housing assistance program that provides money to counties and cities to help eligible residents with homeownership and housing needs. So each local government will set its own rules within the state guidelines. So the benefits will vary by location. But basically, it commonly provides down payment assistance, closing cost assistance, sometimes assistance with principal reduction or necessary repairs, which is kind of awesome if you're buying a resale and you need some help, like making it better for you and your family to move into, especially initially. And then this is what I think is the coolest part about it. In many areas, the assistance is a 0% deferred loan that may be partially or fully forgivable if the buyer remains in the home for a required number of years. And again, those terms are going to vary by county or city. So if you if you're living in a county that you want more information about this, or a specific city, or you have a home that you've got your eye on, give one of us a call. We would love to help you get into that home and have access to every possible support system that is out there for you in order to accomplish that.
Awesome. It's great to hear that these programs have been funded and they're active, and I guess that they're limited. So you got to take advantage of them before those funds deplete. Right. We've had lenders come on the show in the past to talk about how they can give you access to these. And, we can connect you to our network. That's one of the things that's great about working with a realtor, is that you're not just getting access to our expertise for helping buy and sell and negotiate for homes, but everyone in our Rolodex for that we have had tried and true over the years, the lenders who have done well by us, the title companies who've done well by us, the contractors and all that. So we want to hook you up with the right people. And so we'll take that and we'll go over to this article that you brought about from Virginia, kind of where the market stands for buying versus renting and what makes sense right now.
Yeah, I think we like to talk about buying versus renting a lot. And a lot of people might think that buying is pretty daunting. And, we're always here to help kind of explain how you could use that rental money and put it towards buying a home. And we're seeing that for the first time since 2023, a majority of consumers, about 53%, believe that buying is better than renting, which is signaling a shift in consumer sentiment toward homeownership, despite persistent concerns over high prices and interest rates, which is what we talk about a lot. And why do homeowners think that it's a better option is long-term financial benefits like equity growth and the desire for stability and control. The report highlighted that about 90% of consumers view a home as a valuable long-term investment, and 94% cite homeownership as a source of essential life stability. So again, just something that is yours. It does really create an idea of stability when you know that that's your place and it's where you're going to be able to stay, versus renting could kind of upend you at any time, which is a little daunting to a lot of Americans. But it's good to see that the benefits of homeownership are kind of reaching more people, and they're seeing that it is worth doing. And we are always here to help you kind of figure out a way to get into that home versus renting.
Yep. And, we do mostly work in resale, but hey, we love to help if you want to get to know the neighborhood, even if you're saying like, I know that we want to buy here in like the long term. Maybe we just want to fall in love with the community, get our toe in it for a year with a rental here. We're always happy to help you find like that near Disney rental, especially in Celebration where we work. Just we love to work with people for the long term, all the way to the sale or the resale.
I just did that today.
That's a good point.
I just connected one of my clients that wants to move and live here for a year when in a Colburn apartment. So, yep.
Yeah. I mean, I know when I first moved to Florida, I was coming from out of state and didn't really know that much about the area. So I rented for a year before I bought a house, but again, just to see where do you want to be? What do you, what are you comfortable with? And that's a great option too.
It's a common need that people have. They want to date the community before you marry it and bring up the family there.
That's a good way of putting
it. I got to be silly sometimes. But speaking of not owning versus renting, of course we want to take a chance to highlight this listing by Sue on our team in a 55 plus community. That I'm just going to play your video real quick here, but feel free to speak over it and let people know the highlights of your listing and what they're seeing and what makes it special.
Okay, I will. This is obviously an overview of Four Seasons 55 plus here in Kissimmee. This is a 4-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bath home that is over 2,600 square feet on one level. And the beautiful thing about this home, well, there's lots of beautiful things, but as you can see, there's so much great amenity access with pools and clubhouse and all of the activities that go on. This home, as you can see right here, this is a next generation suite. So it is a kitchenette and living space, a bathroom, and then this would be the bedroom. This is the piece de resistance. This is a beautiful backyard oasis that they have created here. Not only does the patio and the roof extend way far out there into the universe, but that is a 40-foot pool. And as you can see, the screens on either side allow them so much privacy. So you don't feel like your neighbors are looking in on you and you're not looking in on your neighbors. There's a lot to be said for that. It's a gourmet kitchen with gas appliances. The couple that owned this home have lived here just a few years, and they had to relocate out of country. And so they have left much of the furnishings. If anybody's interested in purchasing the home and doesn't think they have the right furniture for it, this place has been beautifully decorated. It is owned by, let's see, I can say this, a licensed Disney artist. And so anyway, but they are very excited to see the next people come in here. I'm very excited to see the next people come in here because I live right down the street. So if you are more interested, if you're interested in this home or any other home, this is 2159 Limestone Trail. It is priced at $982,000, and that's the pond that's right across the street. So any questions, give me a call. If you want to see this home, like I said, any other, or if you have an interest in any other 55 plus community, please give me a call.
Awesome. Yeah, very shows very well, Sue. And that's always a great way to be able to make the pitch for your listing. This neighborhood is so great. I live here, right? as a realtor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good enough for me. It's good enough for
It's
you.
good enough for you.
Well, I like to think so anyway.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, I also just kind of wanted to chart out just kind of combining the renting and the sale. Some people buy to rent out a home, and there in plenty of places in Central Florida where you can get a long-term renter. I was so thrilled to hand the keys in the Island Village area of Celebration over to a family who is going to be renting there for the next year, maybe doing that thing, like I said, where they fall in love with the community for the next 12 months and then maybe buy. But sometimes, you buy that house, not just so that you can continue to rent it out. And there are short-term, they call it vacation rental homes, as well as long-term. Just wanted to highlight that you also have listings in the Margaritaville area. So this is just kind of like a little span of around Disney where there were rental opportunities for vacation rental, short-term rental, like Lake Buena Vista here. Disney's somewhere around here on the map. And so with communities like Reunion, you'll see some of that with, Four Corners here, Horizon West, Story Lake will be a great community that'll have some opportunities for, I think the townhouses offer short-term rentals, but then the single family homes in the Reflections area are long-term. So, there's cool places to buy an investment property to rent out. And the Margaritaville, like where you said, it should be like somewhere around here on the 192.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, just give us, if that's what your real estate need is to, have an investment property near Disney, get us a call as well. We'll be happy to show you the inventory that's available in these communities. And then just something fun, the Lake Nona area that's really close to the Orlando International Airport has some fun updates on some extra retail being built out there, new stores and restaurants in the growing area. So basically, one of the fastest growing areas in Central Florida is expanding again with a retail plaza for Lake Nona. Lake Nona West will open in May at the intersection of, Lake Nona Boulevard and Boggy Creek Road. So basically, this would have just come to see fruit, and it's going to create hundreds of jobs and boost Orlando's sale tax revenues. So people, basically, this is 405,000 square feet of stores and restaurants in Lake Nona, and close to the Boggy Creek exit off State Road 417. So I would say, there's some fun stuff in Lake Nona in particular about downtown with its boxy park, a smattering of some walkable restaurants. There's communities that are neighborhoods like Laureate Park that are just kind of a little bit down the road. They have these self-driving electric vehicles called the beeps that go around and chauffeur people, because it's not quite walking distance, but it's like a few minutes on the beep to get to Boxy Park. And you've got like the tennis academy and stuff. Real great, like a lot of medical works there because they have like the Nemers and all of that. That's for the doctors to work, and the children's hospital. So that's great. And the Tavistock developed is going to be, they're the ones who built Lake Nona business and retail. So that's really cool. And let's see, just one more thing I found here as far as the purchase aspect, I get a lot of texts lately about, you got any fixer uppers, or that just seems
Oh,
to be
yes.
the trending word, And yeah, we do have some stuff on the market right now. You could ask us about that. Could use some work and be brought to its full potential to maybe see better fruit and a resale down the line. But this graphic from list reports kind of highlighted when to put yourself in the mindset of being okay to take a home. It's calling it as is. I would say what it's kind of really getting at is deferred maintenance, like with those fixer uppers. And so it's not for everyone, but in the right situation, it can be a smart move. Sometimes we hear about like buy the worst house in the best neighborhood and then let time do its thing, or in like the developing neighborhood, like that downtown space is going to be built out, or like there's going to be that road that comes and connects it to Disney or something. And it's like, okay, so you're thinking a few chess moves ahead. Maybe it's okay to get in on the worst house in the best neighborhood. And it says, if you want a lower purchase price, as is often, priced below market and account for those needed repairs. That's one thing that we like to do when we pull the comps. We're going to compare it to the other recent sold listing that was more updated and had this feature and didn't have that feature, so that we can, make our case for the best offer for you. And then if you want to make your own changes, oftentimes we will go into a listing where it's just like, oh, the sellers just did all this and they just remodeled the kitchen, or they just put in these floors, and our people go like, I hate these floors. I wish I could. I don't know what you were thinking when you put in like orangey and black stone countertops, and I would have just wanted white and clean. And
they're Halloween people.
This was the building I wanted. This was the floor I want. I wanted a penthouse. I like this view, but I'm gonna have people just don't psychologically want to undo fresh upgrades. Right. So just keep that in mind. Or if you're like we were talking about before, if you're looking for an investment opportunity with the right improvements, just enough. Just don't have to go crazy. Just figure out what it needs and then the home could offer strong long-term value to get it rented faster. We also like to keep an eye on the competition in your market there. Like, okay, so if you're going to want to put this up for rent, what are the other rentals offering to get the prices that they're securing? We don't just look for actives. We look for like what has officially leased. And it's like, okay, so the ones that are getting the premium price that you want, they have this, and this. So you might consider upgrading it at least with that. Lastly, real great website here, OrlandoDateNightGuide.com. Yeah, if you're wanting to, date the neighborhood, date the community, like we were saying, this is a great way to figure out everything that is going on here and to just know what's fun to do, what restaurants should you try, and where are the fireworks happening on 4th of July in Orlando. Virginia, you can tell us at least one place they are.
I know Celebration is having fireworks.
Right.
And they're actually really beautiful. It's a long show. It's like 25 minutes long. It starts
that's
at 9,
great.
I think, or 9:20. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I think they were talking about upping the ante this year, making it bigger, making it cooler. I mean, it's like I guess they want to honor it's the occasion of the 250th anniversary of America, and
I can see that it being a little
spice it up a little bit. Right. Well, obviously we have Epcot and Magic Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Always have great fireworks.
SeaWorld, they're highlighting places you can don't forget about SeaWorld and the Ice Bar Orlando, and so definitely check out this website. Just figure out what is close to you, like if it's Clermont, Point Orlando, Star, Shakes, Campfire Vibes, Wonderworks, and like I said, Celebration Florida is going to have they're calling it the Spectacular this week. So awesome. And it's what better day than Saturday for it to land on 4th of July. Yeah, Lake Eola Park, downtown fireworks at the fountain. That'll be beautiful. Yeah, they have this whole like amphitheater thing, and take that over. So yeah, let us know where you're watching fireworks from this weekend. If you've got a cool tradition, you've got a cool place, or if you're just shooting them off in your driveway and that's good enough for you, that's fun.
There's a lot of people who will be doing that.
Oh gosh, yes.
Sparklers make for way great memories, you know.
Yeah, I love the sparklers.
You just don't care, you know. You've seen one fireworks show, you've seen them all, right? But I don't know.
Not really.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
Especially you haven't seen Disney's, where they can just make them into shapes and colors and recognizable characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty special. I'm partial to like when they like stream, when the golden ones just stream down.
Mm-hmm.
I know, those are so pretty.
The waterfall.
I'm a sucker for those.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, even Old Town, free fireworks at Old Town Kissimmee. So
nice.
That's fun. Well, I think that was the meat.
Yeah, I mean, there's fireworks everywhere.
You're not gonna. Yeah, they're somewhere in the periphery of your horizon. There's going to be colorful glare going on in the night sky.
Well, and there's some streets that you can, if you get on there at the right time, you can see them in a couple of different locations. And then if you happen to be on the buckets, like outside of Hollywood Studios, then, going in a certain direction. So, you're probably going to see them without even realizing that you could see them. But still plan to go to, especially if you're here visiting, with your family. Nothing's more special than that.
Yeah, my parents have a beach condo at the Gulf where they get to look on at their balcony. And what's funny about the 4th of July and New Year's, the two occasions where there's fireworks at night, is the whole entire horizon of the water on the Gulf that they can see. It's just, there's all these different fireworks shows just going on in all these different areas. And you can just see nonstop fireworks on like the whole stretch of the horizon of the water where they're looking out on. It's just,
that's really cool.
Crazy.
I'm sure that's so pretty.
Are you going to be there this year?
No, I'm not. But one of these years I'll get back over there. That it is really special. I'm gonna probably keep it local this year.
Yeah.
Other than that,
especially the celebration making it bigger.
Yeah, me too.
You got to be there
when the DJs. They got the food tents. They got live band. It's gonna have a set, few set. So that's awesome. Play all the ones that make everybody sing along and feel good, right?
And dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Dance. That's right.
Yep.
All right. With that, I'll just say, everyone enjoy your. I'm going to say evening. It feels weird to say evening when it's like I still see blue skies out the window and the sun is up.
Yeah, I know.
It's like that. It's that time of the year where it's just you get to enjoy the daylight way longer. Hopefully, you have some more energy for it. But definitely subscribe, hit the like button. We continue to bring you good content and coverage of all things within 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. So throw it over to Kim Hawk, fairy godmother of real estate, to sign us off.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a